Look closer. That's right, I'm talking to you. I want you to look closer. Can you see tiny little squares on your screen? Well, let me tell you all about them. Your screen is made up of tiny squares called pixels. It's short for picture elements. If you had trouble seeing them earlier, your screen probably has a higher density of pixels, making the display extra silky smooth. Now let's go deeper. Images show up on the screen because of handy little things called liquid crystals. It's a weird material that has a state of matter somewhere between a solid and a liquid, hence the name liquid crystal. They have some properties of each, but the important thing is that their molecules can be arranged by running a current through them. Now to understand the next step, we need a quick lesson on how polarized light works. Light travels in randomly tilting paths. A polarizing filter only lets light moving in a certain way through. That's basically how polarized sunglasses work and why they can block out glare. Inside a screen, the liquid crystal is sandwiched between two pieces of polarizer. Usually placing two pieces of contrasting polarizers together would completely block out light, but adding something between them can manipulate the light in a cool way. By adding liquid crystals between them, we can use them to change the rotation or polarization of the light. So light from an LED backlight would pass through the first one, then the liquid crystal would reorient the light, and then it passes through the second one. We control the liquid crystals by passing a current through it. This can be done by applying a conductive material on either side of it. Let's use indium tin oxide and some glass to hold it together. The liquid crystal molecules look kind of twisted. This twistiness allows the light that came through the first filter to rotate and pass through the second filter, so all the light passes through in the end. When electricity is passed through it, it straightens out the liquid crystals, so the light is unaffected and ends up getting stopped by the second filter. So when it's switched off, the light passes through, and when it's switched on, no light passes through. Kind of counterintuitive, right? But this all means we can control how much light passes through by changing how much we twist the liquid crystals. This is where color comes in. Pixels are further divided into subpixels, a red, a green, and a blue one. A combination of these three colors can make any color imaginable. Why these three colors, you ask? Well, our eyes are the most sensitive to them because they have color receptors for green, red, and blue. And if any of these combos sound confusing, it's because light doesn't mix colors the same way as paint. So let's bring back the liquid crystals. We know that we can control how much light passes through, so when we apply that to the subpixels, we can control how much passes through each color filter, and thus how much of each color is used. So great, now we can create colors, but how does this turn into this? Remember, a pixel is actually really tiny, so when we see them zoomed out, our brain does a cool trick where it mixes the colors together for us. It's an optical illusion. And there you have it, that's how a liquid crystal display works. Next time you're video chatting your friend, remember to look closer.